When the Mahamantri learned that the woodcutter had survived Takshak's venom, he urged him to clearly narrate the incident, how he died and if he was truly dead, how he came back to life. He asked him to explain everything about the whole incident. Then he began narrating the entire incident. I went to the forest to collect firewood as I do every day. I found a big strong tree and hoping to get good firewood, I climbed up the tree. While examining the branches to decide which ones would be suitable, I noticed a man with dark skin. He looked fine, but something about him made me uneasy. His demeanor seemed suspicious, and there was a strange negative energy around him. It felt as though he was waiting for someone. Soon, another man appeared. He seemed to be confident and radiant. He seemed to be in a hurry, heading somewhere. The suspicious man stopped him. "Swami, who are you? And where are you going in such a hurry?" The radiant man said, "I'm Kashyap. I'm heading to Hastinapuram as I have something urgent to do there." The suspicious man asked, "Why are you going to Hastinapuram, Swami?" Kashyap replied, "Recently our king was cursed by a sage to die from Takshak's venom, right? That's why I'm going there." The suspicious man questioned, "What will you do there? It will be a time of great anxiety and tension for them. They may not even have the capacity to receive you properly." Kashyap responded calmly, "I'm not going there to seek help. I'm going to protect the king from Takshak's venom using my Sanjeevani Mahamantram." Sanjeevani Mahamantram or Sanjeevani Vidya refers to the sacred knowledge that can bring the dead back to life. The suspicious man said, "Swami, I think you underestimate the power of Takshak. These simple mantras won't work against his venom. You should go back and save your pride." Kashyap replied, "You're mistaken. The Sanjeevani Mahamantram I use is incredibly powerful. It can neutralize even the deadliest venom in the world. Takshak's venom is no exception." The suspicious man smirked and said, "So you are confident you can save the king?" Kashyap answered, "Wait until this time tomorrow, and you will witness its power yourself. Now please, excuse me. It's already late and I must reach Hastinapuram." As Kashyap stepped forward, the dark-skinned man blocked his path and told, "I am Takshak. Let me show you my power. I will poison this tree and every living thing depending on it. The flowers, birds, everything will perish. Stop me if you can." With that, Takshak transformed into a massive snake. I was sitting on the tree and was terrified, desperately looking for a way to escape. But before I could, Takshak bit the tree. In no time, the tree began to wither and I too was burned by the Takshak's venom effects as I clung to the branches. Then suddenly I regained consciousness and found myself sitting exactly the same way as I had before. Confused, I quickly looked down to see what was happening. To my surprise, I saw Takshak bowing before Kashyap and saying, "Forgive me for my disrespectful behavior. I underestimated your power and spoke ill of you. I now realize that you're far more powerful than I am. However, I must tell you, you cannot save the king as you did with the tree. Defying a sage's curse is not the right thing to do." Takshak then closed his eyes and suddenly piles of gold, diamonds and immense wealth appeared before Kashyap. "This wealth is far more anything than Parikshit Maharaj can offer you. Please accept it and return," Takshak said. Kashyap, after hearing this, closed his eyes and seemed to be deep in thought. And after a moment he replied, "If this is written in destiny, then I can't change it. I do not wish to go against the will of the Creator. What is meant to happen will happen." He accepted the wealth and turned to leave. I wanted to plead with Kashyap ji to help Seva Maharaj. I thought he might change his mind if I told him the king could offer him even more wealth. But I was too afraid of Takshak. Helplessly, I remained hidden in the tree. After a while, Takshak appeared lost in thought and then suddenly disappeared. As soon as he was gone, I climbed down the tree and ran here to inform you of everything that happened," said the man. Hearing the man's account, I rewarded him generously and ordered the security around the king to be strengthened even further. I narrated the details to the other ministers and after a thorough discussion, I issued strict orders. Soldiers were instructed not to let anyone new enter the kingdom. I also commanded that no one should roam around the fort and anyone behaving suspiciously was to be arrested immediately. To ensure the king's safety, we even appointed psychologists capable of reading minds to monitor anyone working in or entering the fort. I personally supervised all activities around the king. As the sun began to set, I prayed fervently to the gods, hoping to save the king. Suddenly, the king's assistant approached me, saying, Maharaj has asked for you. I rushed to the king, only to find out that several men standing near him with a basket of fruits. Alarmed, I raised my voice, saying, Who are you? How did you get in here? Maharaj, please don't touch anything. But it seemed the king was in a trance. He didn't heed my words. Instead, he picked one of the fruits and said, I have never seen such a fragrant fruit. Thank you for bringing. I'll surely reward you. As he brought the fruit close to his nose to smell it, a bug crawled out, transformed into a massive snake, and it's none other than Takshak, and bit the king. The man with the fruit basket then revealed their true identity, saying, We are from the Nagavamsh. We came here as Takshak asked us to. Let the king rest in peace. With that, they vanished. Takshak disappeared too. Despite all our efforts and precautions, we failed to save the king. He lost his life right before my eyes within seconds, leaving me utterly helpless, said the Mahamantri, his voice choked with tears. Maharani ji, your mother, then instructed all of us to never mention this incident to you, as you were just a child then, and knowing about it could have deeply impacted you. That's why we chose to remain silent. Over the years, we gradually moved on from the tragedy, but we always saw Maharaj's reflection in you, Mahamantri concluded. The court fell silent with grief. After hearing the Mahamantri's story, Janamejaya became furious. Shaking with rage, he stood up and declared, I will not let Takshak, the one who bribed Kashyap and killed my father, go unpunished. Nor will I spare the Nagas, snakes, who aided him. They are a danger to humanity. I will not allow a single snake remain alive on this earth. This way, your revenge will also be fulfilled, he said, turning to Uddank. Then he ordered Mahamantri to prepare his army for battle against the Naglok. Uddank replied, There is no need for that, Maharaj. Instead, we can perform the Sarpayag. By doing so, all the Nagas in the world will be summoned here and destroyed by the Yagnahuti, which means the Yagna fire. This way, we can take our revenge, eliminate the threat of their dangerous snakes from the world, and also gain the Yagnafal. Janamejaya agreed, saying, Mahatma, I entrust you with the responsibility of overseeing the Sarpayag, and please guide me through it with your wisdom. Uddank replied, It will be my honor, Maharaj.